Yeah, hello. Thank you for joining another session today. As much as we can help the young people. So look around you for a second. Your phone, your friends, the noise of the world, the pressure to perform, to look a certain way. You have it all figured out by your age 25. That's a lot of pressure. Now look inside. There's another universe in you. Your thoughts racing, your body changing, acquired something that sometimes feels empty and sometimes feels infinite. Ancient India left us one line code for this Vedic mantra Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. S is the individual, so is the universe. S is the microsome, so is the macrosome. S is above, so is below. Your body, your mind, your deepest self, they are not separate from the cosmos. They are miniature version of it. The same laws, the same patterns, the same intelligence. Today, we'll just try and talk to the young generation about what this actually means for your mind, your body, and your spiritual self. Not as a philosophy locked in a temple, but as a practical operating system for living. Firstly, your body, the personal universe. Science is catching up with what the Vedic seers said thousands of years ago. Your body is made up of the same stuff as stars. The iron in your blood was forged in a supernova. The water in your cells have been cycling through oceans, clouds, and rivers for billions of years. The five elements earth, water, fire, air, space that make up the universe also make up you. In Vedic texts, we find the same idea. Whatever exists in the outer world exists inside the human being. Your spine is like the cosmic axis, the Meru. Your nervous system mirrors the web of galaxies. The rhythms of your breath, your heartbeat, your sleep cycle, the ecoplanetary and solar rhythms. When you treat your body like a machine that just needs to look good on Instagram, you miss the point. Your body is a living temple of the cosmos. So when you stay up until 2 a.m. scrolling, you feed it only junk. When you ignore sleep and movement, you are not just harming your body, you are disrupting a miniature universe. And that disruption shows up anxiety, brain fog, low energy, and the feeling that something is off. So, what can you do about it? Treat your body with the same respect you would give a sacred space. Move it, feed it real food, give it a rest. When the body is in rhythm, the mind becomes clearer. That's not spiritual fluff, it's physics and biology meeting ancient wisdom. Secondly, the mind. The mind is the weather system of our inner cosmos. If the body is the physical universe, the mind is its weather. Thoughts like weather Thoughts are like weather patterns. Some days are clear, have clear skies, some days storms of overthinking, comparison, the FOMO of moments, feeling of missing others, self doubt. The Vedic insight is radical. The state of your mind is not just personal, it reflects and influences the larger field. S is the microsome, so is the macrosome works both ways. The outer world shapes your mind, and your mind participates in shaping your experience of the outer world. Modern science calls this observer effect neuroplasticity and the power of attention. Ancient India simply said, purify the mind and you begin to see the reality more clearly. Right now, many of you live in a mental climate of constant comparison. Social media is a high-speed mirror that shows you everyone else's highlight reel. The result, a restless mind that never feels enough. The principle invites a different approach. Instead of trying to control the outer universe, start with the one you can actually influence, the one between your ears. Simple practices that might help: breath awareness for even 2 minutes. The breath is the bridge between your body, the mind, the microsome, and the macrosome. Noticing thoughts without immediately believing them. This is a thought about not being good enough. Is very different from I'm not good enough. Choosing what you feed your mind is the same way you choose what you feed your body. Garbage in, garbage out applies to both. When the mind becomes quieter and clearer, something interesting happens. You stop feeling like a victim of the world and start feeling like a participant in it. Thirdly, the spiritual self. Here is the deepest layer. Body and mind are the pinned in the individual unit. Behind them is the awareness that knows the body and mind. The awareness is not limited to you. It is the same awareness that shines as the entire Brahman, the cosmic egg, the universe. The Upanishads don't just describe the connection, they hand you two mantras that are meant to be realized, not just recited. Tattvamasi, you are that. This is the teacher speaking to the student, pointing outward and inward at once. That is Brahman, the vast, formless intelligence behind the universe, the Brahman. You is the ordinary self, sense of self, the pinned. The mantra collapses the distance between them. It doesn't say you are that or connected to that or a spark of that. It says you are that right now, not after years of practice, not after you have fixed yourself. This is spoken from the outside in as a revelation offered to you. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. This is the same realization but spoken from the inside out as your own direct recognition rather than something someone tells you. Where the Tattvam Asi is the teaching. Aham Brahmasmi is you actually claiming it in the first person. It's the difference between being told you are capable and finally believing it enough to say it yourself. This is why it's called the Mahavakya, the great talk. It's meant to be the final word of the self inquiry, not the opening line of ego. Why both matter for you right now? Young people today are drowning in a second person and third person messages about who they are. What your parents say you are, what your grades say, what your follower count says, what your relationship status implies. Tattvamasi cuts through all that external noise with one clean outside in truth. None of that is your real identity, you are that. And Aham Brahmasmi is the internal move that follows, not just hearing it, but standing in your own life and knowing it as your own realization. Not borrowed from a guru, a book, or a self help post. Put simply, Tattvamasi tells you what you are. Aham Brahmasmi is you finally speaking as true. Most of us live as if we are only the small self, the name, the body, the story, the achievements, the failures. The spiritual self is the larger identity, the one that was never born and never dies, the one that is already whole. For young people, this is especially powerful. You are being told constantly that your worth depends on grades, followers, salary, looks, relationship status. The Vedic view says your essential nature is already complete. Everything else is the play of the microsome within that macrosome. That does not mean you stop working hard or stop having goals. It means you stop trying your entire identity to the temporary waves. You can still ride the waves, study, create, love, build, but you know you are the ocean, not just the wave. Knowing I am Brahman doesn't mean you stop showing up to a class or work. It means you stop mistaking the wave for the ocean. You can still ride the wave with full energy, precisely because you are no longer terrified of it crashing. Putting it together, I daily practice for young people. You don't need to become a monk. You need a few anchors that keep the principle alive in your ordinary life. Firstly, morning before the phone, three deep breaths. Feel the body silently. Remember, this body is a universe. The mind is weather. I am the awareness that holds both. Secondly, during the day when stress or comparison hits, pause. Ask, is this a small self reacting or can I meet this from a larger place? Thirdly, movement and food. Choose one thing that respects the body as universe. Walk without headphones sometimes. Eat one meal without screens. And fourthly, at night, 1 minute of gratitude or simple silence. Let the day's weather settle. Over time, these small acts realign the microsome with the macrosome. The anxiety softens, purpose becomes less frantic and more natural. You start to feel home in yourself. and therefore in the world. In closing, Yatha Pindya Tatha Brahmanda is not just a beautiful Sanskrit line. It is a radical invitation. And Aham Brahmasmi is you are finally agreeing with it. Not as belief or you adopt, but as a fact you stop arguing with. You are not a small, separate, struggling individual in a cold universe. You are the universe expressing itself as this particular body, this particular mind, this particular life. The stars are in your blood, the silence of space is in your awareness. The creativity that builds these galaxies is the same creativity that can build your future. So take care of the small universe you have been given. Clear the mind, honor the body, remember the self that was never limited. When the pind is in harmony, it naturally reflects the harmony of the Brahmand. And that is when life stops feeling like a constant fight and starts feeling like a participation in something vast, intelligent, and alive. You already carry the entire cosmos within you. Now live like you know it. Thank you. All the best.